What has been your biggest "I really thought I knew this person" moment?
A guy I was kinda irregularly working with for 2 to 3 years. As a student, we'd meet once a week in a cafe to talk through some project-related issues. Was one day wanted by Interpol. Turned out he invited a random language teacher to his flat and decapitated her. He might have been an asshole, but there's a difference between an asshole and a murderer.
I had a friend of 18 years overdose on heroin. None of us knew he did drugs. He didn't even smoke cigarettes. It was beyond shocking.
Dude, I went to high school with and hung out with in our little clique. He was arrested driving down to Daytona to meet an underage girl with tape and knives in his trunk.
I was with my partner for 15 years. We were high school sweethearts. One day out of nowhere he started this fight with me. A fight big enough to make him suggest to stay at a friend's house for a night to cool off. The fight was over me buying a male co-worker gummy bears. The night turned into a week. He blocked my phone, and I was unable to reach him. He came back in the middle of the night to grab things and told me he wanted to break up. I was so confused and felt blindsided. I ended up finding out he was in a 10-year relationship with a girl he met on like a role-play Discord server. He was living a double life. When I would go to sleep at night he would be on the phone with her. He flew out to get engaged to her the week he blocked me. The kicker is she was married when they got engaged. This was a year ago. She is still married and my ex is still in a relationship with her. Edited to add, *, I did speak to the husband over the phone. He lives in Texas and I'm in Pennsylvania. He asked me to send proof. I sent him texts and screenshots. 6 months after I talked to him he caught my ex in his house via cameras in his garage when he was out of town. This was July and he is still living with her and married. *, they originally met on Guy Online and then their relationship moved to Discord.
When my wife cheated on me. Sounds really stereotypical, but she was the last person on earth I would have thought would do something like that.
I called my husband's best friend pleading for help for his opioid addiction that I thought just started about a year before. This friend lives on the opposite side of the country and grew up with him. I tell him about the situation and he goes, "Oh shit, he's into that again." Again? I had no idea. I thought I knew this man through and through. We were best friends for 8 years before we even started dating. We are now divorced. Safe to say I have some trust issues. Upside down face?
When my parents divorced, my dad introduced his girlfriend to my sister and me. A day later, it obviously meant he was cheating on my mum. I never forgave him for it.
I thought I knew my parents until I had my own kids. Now I feel like they're just people who were in the house while I was growing up a lot of the time.
Deleted.
Worked with a dude for a few years. He got arrested for child porn and keeping his children locked in kennel cages. You think you know someone?
Deleted.